Gentleman's game here. I know I always say in my videos that the key to attracting women is to be attractive yourself, to be a high-value man. There always seems to be pushback to this idea though, like a lot of guys still think that being high value is either something that you have or don't. But make no mistake, this isn't the case. Any guy can be a high value dude, if they're willing to put in the work. See, I have this theory. There are very, very few guys in the world who can't be attractive. Seriously. Unless you're horribly disfigured, I can guarantee it's possible to become attractive. Because I don't care who you are. If you focus on things you can change, like fitness, style, grooming, I guarantee you can get to at least like a 6 or 7 in terms of looks. Now add being successful or having social status on top of that, and now you're like an 8 or a 9 in terms of how women view you. So believe me, you can become high value. It's just a matter of how long it'll take. But don't worry, because I have 3 things you can do to increase your value into a highly attractive dude. But first, the sponsors of today's video, Roman. When it comes to intimacy, we all want to feel confident, but for a lot of guys out there, erectile dysfunction gets in the way. In fact, it's something that 52% of men will experience, meaning more men experience ED than not. Roman will help with that. They're a men's digital health clinic specialized for adults who are experiencing things like erectile dysfunction, hair loss, premature ejaculation, and more. The reason it's so convenient is because you can literally do the whole process all from the comfort of your home. The way it works is, first you complete an online visit detailing your symptoms and medical history. Then a licensed healthcare professional will review it and make a personalized treatment recommendation. Roman then ships your treatment in a discreet packaging with free 2-day shipping. And that's literally it. The initial online visit and all follow-up meetings are, of course, free, and the ED treatment starts at just $2 a dose. If you think you might be a good fit for this, you can head to getroman.com/game to get your free consultation. Oh, and by the way, use my link and you'll get $15 off your first month. Again, that's getroman.com/game. Complete your online visit by February 9th, and you'll get guaranteed delivery by Valentine's Day. Now back to the video. So the first thing you need to do to become high value is to develop a valuable skill. The younger you are, the more time and energy you have to find something that you love to do, and that you're good at doing. It could be anything: drawing, programming, kickboxing or jiu-jitsu, writing, videography, whatever skill you naturally excel in and are passionate about. If you're already thinking about how you can turn your hobby into a hustle, then you're already in the top 20% of guys. See, most people coast by in life, just getting by. They're living paycheck to paycheck, or working some job that they hate, but depend on for their survival. And even when they're making good money, after a certain age they become jaded and bitter at the world because they're doing something they don't really enjoy doing, until they're 65 years old and can retire. And worse yet, they project this bitter energy out into the world. Other people, especially women, can sense this jaded, depressing mindset. That's why it's so important to find joy in your skill, in however you want to contribute to society. I'll give you a perfect example of this. I have this friend, Pedro, who's always been amazing at drawing. Stenciling, sketching, he was always someone who had a natural talent at transferring whatever was in his mind onto the canvas. And I always felt bad for him because he came from a family of well-educated doctors. I remember he'd tell me how his parents would always remind him that he wasn't going to be able to make any money as an artist. They tried to get him to change his major to something more safe, like medicine, engineering, law, things like that. But Pedro knew these things just weren't for him. He was about 18 when he got his first tattoo, and from then on he became hooked onto tattoo culture. He seamlessly converted his drawing skills to tattooing, and within a year he even found a well-known tattoo parlor that was willing to let him become an apprentice. Even though he didn't have his parents' approval, he was following his dreams, honing his skills of being a tattoo artist. He met with other young, passionate artists around the area and came up with the idea to open up his own studio along with a few of his tattoo buddies. Through lots of hustling, lots of sleepless nights building the studio, marketing the studio, finding clients, Pedro became the co-owner of a very popular tattoo studio right by Union Square in New York City. Nowadays, he's booked for months and months in advance, and he's making well over 6 figures a year, all by the age of 24. Pedro is proof that you can turn any skill that you're passionate about into a successful career or business. Guys who actually pull this off are rare, and when you have purpose and ambition, people can immediately tell. It gives you a different pep in your step, a certain energy, a confidence, and it oozes high value. Pedro's story actually leads up perfectly into the second way to become high value, which is to develop a social hub. I can say right now, whatever long-term goals you have in life, very rarely are you going to be able to do it all on your own. I mean, you could try doing everything on your own, but realistically it probably wouldn't get you very far. High-value men also have other high-value men in their circle. That's just the way it works. And if you're not a high-value man yet, at least surround yourself with people who have the same mindset as you, of trying to get to that end goal, whatever it is. See, Pedro knew how important it was for him to start networking with other young, like-minded tattoo artists who had big dreams of opening up their own studio. And he was able to leverage that network to actually start a business with them. When a woman sees that you're a leader of men, that you're part of a group and have social influence, it makes you very attractive. Because you have the power to influence other people, you're well liked and respected. These are all things that women find attractive. Now the question becomes, how do you build that social hub? How do you learn to have some sort of social influence? Well, even if you're an introvert, you can always learn how to be well liked by people. There's a bunch of YouTube channels that focus specifically on this topic, like Charisma on Command. A great book I also recommend for this is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. But learning basic charisma will ensure that when you're around other people, they'll take a liking to you and invite you out to events, where you can make new friends with people who share your passion. The key is to give value, not take it from people. And then finally, the third and last way to become high value is to do a looks max. So I've been noticing a disturbing trend on the internet. A group of dejected individuals who call themselves black pillars. Basically, these guys think that the way you look determine everything about your success in life and with women. And more so, these guys think that you can't change how attractive you look, that if you're born too short, or if you have a certain skull shape, then you're simply screwed, and that if you try to improve, you're just being delusional. But like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, any man can become decently physically attractive. You can't tell me that a man who takes care of himself, keeps in good shape, has a stylish haircut, dials in on his skincare, learns to dress stylish, will be ugly forever. Heck, even things like your face, people think they can't change. Like, if you have a physically unattractive face, there are things you can do to make it look more attractive. For example, let's look at a typical model-looking face. Typically, he'll have a pronounced jawline. He'll have hollow cheeks as well with distinguished features. Now, there's actually ways that you can have a face that looks closer to a model's. The first is obviously to have a lower body fat percentage. If you're lean, then obviously your jawline is going to protrude more. It's going to give you more of a manly look instead of a rounder shape. Another thing you can do to make your face more physically attractive is by having correct tongue posture. Basically, what you want to do is keep your entire tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth. See, most guys breathe with their tongue not touching the roof. When you do this, there's a bunch of muscles in the face and around the jaw that you're not activating. Simply living your day-to-day life with your tongue pressed against the roof of your mouth will literally change the shape of your face over a long enough period of time. It will make your face protrude outward more and give more of that model look. Remember, it's small changes like these that compound over time to make a big difference. And there's other ways to improve your face that I didn't even mention, like growing a beard if it's possible for you, or chewing rougher, harder foods like carrots and nuts instead of soft, processed foods like pizza and burgers. Point is, guys, I've just listed about 4 or 5 different ways for anyone to maximize their looks and physical attractiveness. Put in the work and you will be rewarded. You'll look better, have higher self-esteem, and then people will sense that confidence, that high-value aura from you. So that's it for the video, guys, and to summarize today, we talked about 3 different ways to become high value, which are learning a valuable skill, developing a social hub, and doing a looks max. There are obviously more ways to become high value, but if you focus on these, I pretty much guarantee that you'll be in the top 15% of men. So what'd you think of the list? Anything else you'd add? Comment down below and I'll let you know if I agree. And follow me on Instagram, which you can find on my channel banner. Next week I have a special one you're not gonna want to miss, so make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Peace.